Hello, welcome back to Let's Talk. Basically, this is the series on my channel where I just kind of talk while playing Minecraft. This is actually the second time I'm recording this because the other file corrupted and it was also extremely laggy because I downloaded a bunch of mods. Like, the game was just really choppy. Getting just right into it. One thing I'm realizing lately is that I might be on the spectrum. Basically, admittedly, I've seen a bunch of TikToks about like things that people with autism do, and like I've seen so many and they're all such different things. And I'm like, damn, I do most of these things. It's like the small things, like making noises with my mouth, like clacking my teeth together to make noise that only I could hear, to other things where I'm like walking and rubbing my hand up against the wall just to like feel the texture of it. I feel like I've been tested for autism again, or I've been tested for autism before, but that was when I was like extremely young. So I would like to get tested again just to be double sure, but I won't know until then because I'm kind of leaning on like both ends of it. Like, I could have it, but I also couldn't. So yeah, I just to make sure. That's a very weird way to start this, I'm realizing, but it's written down in my topics chat, so I'm gonna talk about it. Speaking of topics chat, I have a personal Discord where it's literally just me and like some bots. Basically, it's like a personal journal where I like keep everything. I have like the socials for my videos, video ideas, to even like stuff to draw, and the quote book, which the quote book's funny, but I don't want to go into the quote book today. But one of those channels in my Discord is the Let's Talk talk about. That's where like I keep all the topics. That's how I remember what topics I want to talk about. For example, in the last episode there was stuff with like I wrote down middle school choir, Boy Scouts, drama with that group chat I was removed from, and I asked out a girl, and why I don't use shaders. Like, those were the topics that I wrote down exact word for word. I don't know why I'm explaining that. You probably already understood it. But anyway, one of the channels in my Discord is called Dreams, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a dreams channel. It's where if I have like a funny dream or a dream where I'm like very confused and I remember it well enough to write it down, I will. And that's basically what that channel is. And I wanted to go over some of those. August 4th at 10 a.m. when I woke up, guy and girl kidnapped me and tried to unalive me at Emerald Bay. I escape and have to go back to them for like an event or something, and somehow end up running 15 blocks away from them to my house. Emerald Bay is a Boy Scout camp off the shore of Catalina Island. The thing is, not only do I live like 2 states away from California, I'd also have to cross an ocean. So I don't know how I ended up doing that, but yeah, that was funny. So I just kind of said it, or I kind of wrote it down. It was also very confusing when I woke up, and this is when this is the first dream, so I'm assuming this is also when I first had the idea to do a dreams channel. A week later, on August 11th at 6 a.m, it just says, I got a cool backpack. That's literally it. That's all that's written down. What the? An abandoned village? And I think this is literally the day that school started for me, and that's why I had it, why I had the dream. And the final dream I have written down in this is from January 1st. So big leap from January 1st when I woke up at 9 a.m. It says I met someone's entire family, or like my vision of them or something. Didn't know what the hell was happening and was very scared. I blurred someone's name, of course. I still kind of remember this because I remembered like waking up in a cold sweat and it was just very funny overall. So yeah, I can't believe I found an abandoned village before I found an actual village. These are more rare. And yeah, that's it for the dreams channel. I haven't really remembered any dreams since that first one, or since that last one. One thing I have written down in this was update on that person I talked about in the last video, but there's really nothing to update on. I literally just started talking to them on Insta and they started responding. That's it. That's the update. What else do I have written down? Oh, okay. The last topic I have written down before I have to start making stuff up off the top of my head is school. School's weird. All the deadlines are coming up, and all the stuff to like announce the end and like the graduation of seniors is coming up. I'm kind of worried but also kind of relieved. I've always been a kind of like ahead of the class when it comes to learning. And like I was in the gifted program in elementary school and middle school. In my freshman year, I was in the gifted program elementary, middle, and my freshman year of high school. Basically what the gifted program is it's the program for all the children to go to if they have above a certain IQ range. So you take an IQ test, and if your IQ is above that, they're like, hey, you should join the gifted program. And I was like, okay. So yeah, due to that, I've always been like kind of ahead of the class when it comes to learning. So like literally most of the time I just like listen to music and do my work, and I'm done before the bell rings, even with like homework and stuff. It does kind of affect my work ethic. Like I used to have a really good work ethic, but it just kind of tanked, and I can't exactly recall when. I think it was when COVID hit and I did the COVID year online. Yeah, it was literally the year after I left the gifted program. COVID made me dumb, but me saying that is probably going to be like taken out of context or something. But I think when I mentioned school in this channel, it was probably for like school now, like what's happening in school now. It like nothing new is happening. It's just the same old from when I did the first one of these episodes. We're watching a different we've watched some more movies in my film crit class, like Psycho, and we're watching Jaws. Psycho's weird. It's definitely not what I expected of the movie. Like I was expecting such a like a huge horror movie. It was just a dumb slasher. Kind of scary. It was kind of scary. Not really scary. Although I will say the actor for Norman Bates did an amazing job on the character. And yeah, we're currently watching Jaws. We started it on Friday and we're still watching it. We got like an hour in. And yeah, that's film crit. Forensics is something. I think the last time I talked about it, and the last time I talked about forensics was when we were doing fingerprinting. We're not doing fingerprinting anymore. We're doing like DNA analysis. That is something. It's really easy as well. It's like electrophoresis that we're doing, which is just like extremely easy to like identify, but really hard to do yourself, because we're making like the gel and like all the stuff for it by hand, and it's very difficult. We barely got it to start working on Friday as well, because we had so many like failed runs, and then the bell rang right as we were getting to like starting to get it. And that's really all that's happened in forensics. And then my last class that I have I have 2 more classes. I have band, which that's band. We're just playing 3 songs. It's really nothing special. The only thing special about them is I get to play timpani. Timpani is such a fun thing. It's really easy. The only hard part about timpani is the roll, or for me at least, is rolling on them and also tuning them. Since I already know notation, I just kind of hum the note that I need it to be, and then continue humming it all as I go to tune. And I'm playing timpani for like a ballad and a march, so they're really, the ballad's boring because I'm percussion. Like percussion is very sparse for ballads, but it's fun for the march. Holy, quite literally. Last class I can talk about is econ. It's so boring. I like economics. I like studying the economy, but my god, that class is boring. And I think it's literally just the teacher that makes it boring. He will stretch out the same topic for like 2 weeks when I got it on like the first week or like the second day. I don't know how he makes it so boring. No shot that's the only village I can find. But yeah, in econ we are literally just learning about like GDP and how the Ukraine war has affected the economy. Wait, surprise! The economy is doing terrible. Like the global economy is doing terrible because of it. I guess I could still talk about music stuff, not necessarily with band, but just music in general. I will recently as in like earlier today while playing zombies, I watched the Cats musical on like HBO. I kind of liked it. It was still terrible. It's been a while since I've seen Cat. Kind of just took it, like retained the knowledge of its existence, and I was like, I forgot how good the music is in this. Like the one thing that carries it is the music, but it's still such a terrible like they did it so dirty. I also decided to watch I decided to watch part of Rent, which that play or that musical is about, to put it simply, members of the LGBT who have some STI, but it's about that. It's definitely better than Cats, though I would like prefer to go see the musical. I'd prefer to go see the musical like in person. Speaking of musicals, there's a musical I want to watch, and I referenced a song from it in the last Let's Talk I did, but it's Moulin Rouge, and I want to watch it so bad. I go to look it up on HBO, and it's like, you need the Stars add-on. So I look it up on other platforms, and it's like, you have to have something. I can't remember. It kind of like pissed me off. I mean, like, to say the least, is kind of expected if you were being told, no, you can't watch this because you need to pay money for this service. And I hate that about today's society, how every form of entertainment is like behind a paywall, minus like YouTube and TikTok and Twitch, all these free streaming platforms. But even then, if you want to watch like big name musicals and big name movies, there's a paywall. Kind of makes sense though, because how else are they supposed to make money? I did all I wanted to do for this video. I don't really have anything else planned. I just wanted to find a village. So, but as I'm moseying my way back to my base, I guess I'll do the advice thing I've been doing for the past 2 episodes, just to keep up with tradition. I think my advice the first episode was to, I forgot what the first advice was, so I might repeat that. The second advice I did was about confidence. So I guess this third advice I'll give you is be yourself. Life might throw like sticks your way, and life might be extremely hard to live, but you just gotta continue being yourself through it. Whether that be you're an edgy, like My Chemical Romance listener like Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, or you're just a theater kid like myself. It's a lot easier to be yourself than it is pretending to be someone. You shouldn't feel ashamed of who you are just because people may see it as weird. I mean, people see me as weird, and I'm honestly called for. Just because people see you as weird doesn't mean you should change for them. And you shouldn't change for anyone at all, because if you change for someone and you end up losing them, then you're almost stuck that way, and it is not a fun time, and you're just not gonna have a fun time because of it. And if you for some reason make fun of someone for being different, then you have too many problems, and you should be worried about yourself rather than other people, because you should always put yourself first. It doesn't matter how weird they are, it doesn't matter how dumb they may be. They're just trying to live their life just as much as you are. They're trying to enjoy life, they're trying to go through their day, and you shouldn't try to ruin that for them. Let me just, not really jump cut, but just fast forward to when, I guess, could be a jump cut. And you know what? I'm gonna do a fancy transition. Did it work? If you stuck around for this song and you're still watching, not just zoning out or sleeping, then thank you. Thank you so much. I know I ramble on for a long time in these videos, and sometimes it could be entertaining or sometimes it could be extremely boring. So I just want to say thank you for sticking around and listening to me. It's a weird sentence to say out loud, but thank you guys so much for watching. As always, that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.
Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul. These hentai babes make me drool. Hatsune Miku is great. She makes me masturbate. Fairy tale.